everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, then hello, my name is Shauna and today you are going to get out of a rut with me. So we're not going to get into why I'm in a rut, but every now and then I think we all get into some kind of rut, whether it's just overthinking, burnout, anything to you that resembles a rut. So I'm going to walk through everything that I love to do and that really helps me to get through a rut. Okay, so the first steps to getting out of a rut with me that I personally like to do is have an ugly day. So it's kind of some steps over a period of days, or if you've got all day, I guess. But over a period of days, day one, I kind of like to just have an ugly day where I might want to do self care in terms of make myself physically feel better and also internally as well. So externally and internally. There we go. So I like to basically nourish myself with some nice fuel, but also equally I like to probably at the end of the day have a bit of a treat. Whether that's a glass of wine, two glasses of wine, whether it's some ice cream, pizza, whatever it is. I see self care as mainly high dense nutrition, but also, you know, if you want a little bit of sugar, if you want pizza, high carbs, whatever it is, also you owe yourself that as well. Just don't overindulge. That's the difference. Get the balance. Even if it's in the case of like, so externally plucking your eyebrows, washing your hair, doing your makeup, dressing a lot nicer than you normally would. So again, I'm already doing that. We're on day 2, so within day 2, because I had the ugly day yesterday, doing my makeup, so it all kind of links, I guess. But on day 1 as such, just kind of prep for the next day in terms of feel good with or without makeup on, wash my hair, do hair treatment, have a nice soak in the bath, all that kind of good stuff. I also like to journal, so kind of get all of what is bothering me and weighing me down out on paper. So it's out of mind on paper. And then from there, I'll figure out what I want to do. So if I've got a lot of tension building and trapped in the body, I might think of a way to release it and let it go. So throwing the ball for Kobe helps. Like throwing and catching something also sometimes helps. Writing things down on paper and either leaving it there, maybe ripping it up, scribbling it out, doing something that I think, do you know what, yeah, like my inner child could release this anger from that. Yeah, so many different things, and I don't do the same thing every time, but a lot of the time, because I do throw the ball for Kobe a lot, that does help to kind of like really release any sort of anger, frustration, tension, because I'm throwing the ball anyway. It's almost like releasing it out of my body, flicking water, all of that kind of good stuff. So have a little play around with that, or contact me if you want me to kind of go through anything with you. Sometimes body tapping as well. It depends what kind of pressure is in my body. If I'm feeling particularly heavy on the chest, for example, I do all of what I've just said, but then I might decide to just kind of do a little bit of body tapping there, rubbing, moisturising the body, that kind of good stuff. So there's that, there's journaling, then there's also, we're into the next day now, and that is like looking and feeling nice externally as well. So, you know, not just wearing leggings and jammers all day, because sometimes I do, on the rarity, wear jammers all day and then I'll have a bath and then I'll put some clean jammers on. And then also, I like to get organised. So we are still yet to do this when we come back, but I have washed the pots and Paisley's bottles, but we need to then put them away. So tidying up and organising, making sure everything has a place, that also helps me. I basically like to have 3 points of the day, whatever day this is, whether it's the ugly day, whether it is the feeling better day and organisation and cleaning day sort of thing as well. Whether that's sometimes in the ugly day, sometimes if I don't get time, it goes into the next day, unless I do it all in one day. This is getting a bit confusing, isn't it? Maybe I'll just do a conclusion at the end with steps, and you can do them in whatever order you want if you want to follow this because you resonate with it. But yes, checking in with myself and kind of making sure that I have that space and time away from Paisley, Kobe, even Tom, just to kind of have that clarity to myself a little bit. So that could be in the bath, but I do like to watch a YouTube video in the bath. That could be on a walk on my own or with Kobe, but you know, we're moving consistently. But I like to check in with myself and also make sure that I am doing breath work. So whether that's even just deep inhales and exhales, that I need to make sure that I come back to that rhythm of breathing, different rhythms of breathing, because it helps me to kind of regulate my nervous system. And to be honest, I think everything's so quick pace and I can easily go into survival mode, being a new mom and under any other stresses that I may be under. I feel like my breathing gets shorter and quicker throughout the day because I'm constantly like, I can't rest. I've got to be like, okay, Paige is asleep, now I want to do this, blah, 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 blah. The thing that I'd like to mention is that I basically like to have a short-term fix and a long-term fix. So I spoke about this on my fitness business page recently because I had a week out of posting. So I kind of wanted to update on there. So if you've seen it, I'm going to repeat myself. If you haven't, here we go. But I basically like to have a short-term fix and a long-term fix. So say I have social burnout or a mixture of things, I'll kind of tunnel vision into each thing that is getting to me. Let's just say it's just one thing and it's social burnout. Then I will probably short-term fix, go in a dark room. Yes, I might have Paisley, but let's say she's asleep, or say Tom has Paisley and I have an hour to myself, and I will binge watch a series. Recently, I've been watching Desperate Housewives. I've watched it once when I was younger, so it's very nostalgic with my mum. Then she bought me the whole DVD box set. So then in secondary school, I watched it again. And then now, so this is the third time I'm watching it. I will start 90210 at some point as well. I always said that I'd watch that in maternity, and that will be the third time I've watched it too. And then I also have been on and off watching EastEnders, as you all probably know if you have been watching my videos. So binge watching a few just episodes, switching off of the outside world, turning in on what's kind of not real. Like characters aren't real, etc., etc. So I find that that helps me short term, even when I am cleaning up, for example, putting some earphones in and listening to some music, that always helps as well. So you've got two different options there. A walk, of course, but then long term, kind of implementing different kinds of habits that will help to prevent the social burnout. So if I've been seeing friends and family every single day, 4 hours a day, and you know that's not working for me, then maybe I need to take the days down, or maybe I need to take it down to 2 hours instead of 4 hours, and I can still see someone every day, but just 2 hours. You know, just kind of trial and error, working out what works for you. Of course, it might not be social burnout for you. In some factors, it's not social burnout for me. Actually, in most factors, it's not. But I'm just using that as an excuse. And I did on my Instagram post because I feel like it's the most clearest way that I can explain. But there might be so many different kinds of reasons that you are feeling a bit meh and in a bit of a rut. It might be financially, but and again it might be a little bit more difficult, but thinking short term, how can I forget about it for a minute, and then thinking long term, how can I prevent anxiety about each bill coming out each month. Do you need to ask for help? Do you need to go to a bank? Do you need to get more hours? I don't know, but yes, comments section is always open, DMs are always open. If you haven't already, go and follow my socials. And I hope that this video helped. I really thought it would be a bit longer, but I don't know whether it's because I'm rushing because I'm going to go out, or whether, yeah, I have less knowledge than I thought, or whether it is just plainly that simple. That's my take on it. Feel free to add in the comments. But I do hope it helps in some way. So let's just kind of try, if I can remember, and have a sort of tick list, but you do it in any order that you want to, because I wasn't very clear on if you do it all in one day, or maybe you have to do it over a period of days or a whole week. But self-care internally and externally, so that is nutrition, high nutrition meals, nutrient dense meals, there we go. And also, if you do want a pizza, have a pizza, but just make sure you've got that balance. Don't overindulge and binge on fast food, or loads of fizzy pop and have no water. Like, make sure you're still having the right amount of water. If you want 1 or 2 glasses of Coke or some wine, do it. That's how I work with it anyway. So we've got our self-care inside and also out. Again, we can also add a workout or stretching into that, rolling the muscles out, plucking the eyebrows, doing like some hair care. You might already want to do your makeup, you might not want an ugly day. I like to have an ugly day at least once a month, maybe a couple of times a month, depending on how it is. But yeah, dressing nice, all that kind of fun stuff. Journaling or just getting things out on paper helps me personally. So yeah, venting basically, whether it's venting to somebody, whether it's venting to a friend, a therapist, getting it out on paper, all of the above. There's never too much that you can do that, as long as you're having time to switch off from it. Then also getting it out of your body. So if you find that you're holding this tension and this anger or stress or frustration, as always, so judgmental. But yeah, whatever it is, you're releasing it from your body. So throwing in catching, authentic movement, whatever it is that you need to do, have a look into that. It's all trial and error. Play badminton, football, kicking the ball, whatever it is. And then we've also got, I am rushing now. So, and then short term and long term sort of changes of habits, implementation, escapism, short term, but you just don't want to escape for too long because that's how we can get the overwhelm back. I hope that was very clear. I'm going to probably write something in the description below to make it even more clear, but yeah, I don't really have time to redo this. So we've caught up on videos. This video will be going out this Sunday. And yeah, I'm going to try and stay consistent. Depends on storage and life and whatnot. But I hope that did help you get out of a rut. Clean, do whatever you, basically, even if nothing of mine aligns with you, you've heard it. I hope it's inspired you to think of what will help you. There we go. Let's end on a question for you. What will help you to get out of this rut? What's your short sort of term fix, and what is your long term fix? It will be trial and error, it will change over time. That's why we have to constantly keep checking in with ourselves. If you didn't take anything away from that video, take that question and that little bit at the end, because that's probably the best bit that you're going to get. But hey ho, I'm here, we're up to date. I'm going to go out with some friends for some food, and then I'm going to come back, organise, and yeah, I'm out of the rut really. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you want next. It will get better. Hopefully less rushed. But I don't feel like I rushed. I just feel like I should have written down what I wanted to, the points that I wanted to say, because I'm worried that I forgot one. But hopefully I haven't, and hopefully it's quite clear. Look in the description below if not.